This is gonna be hard. Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Sorry for the radio silence in the past month and a bit. Lots of stuff has happened, as you probably know if you follow me on Instagram. But I thought I'd make a YouTube video just to kind of like give you a bit of a life, I guess, update, and just kind of like explaining what happened, what I've been going through, and all of that. So this is gonna be a sit down video, and maybe some of you will find it a bit boring, but if not, grab yourself a cup of tea or a drink and let's chat, I guess. So I don't even know where to start because so much has happened since last time I made a video. So my mom passed away in the mid-June. My mom had cancer, and she was fighting with cancer for a year and a bit. She was diagnosed with cancer in end of February 2018, and when she was diagnosed, the doctors were very clear with us. They told us from day one that she was not gonna make it, and yeah, that was hard, obviously. But my mom, being, you know, the strongest woman that I ever met, sorry, this is gonna be, okay, I knew this was gonna happen. So yeah, my mom, being the strongest woman I ever met, she kind of like defeat the odds. So she actually managed to live much longer than the doctors predicted, and at some point when she was going through chemotherapy and when she was getting a regular scan, we had a moment where actually we got told that the cancer just stopped. Which, I don't know, I guess in that situation it gives you all the hope in the world that, you know, maybe the doctors were wrong, maybe the diagnosis were not right, maybe she was gonna make it. Because sometimes you hear these stories of people living with cancer for like, you know, 10 years or something like that. So yeah, unfortunately it wasn't the case. The doctors were right. So, you know, after a year and a half of fighting, of chemo, you know, she unfortunately passed away in June. Yeah, I don't even know where to start to talk about that. I do want to talk about it because I honestly believe that in our society we shy away from talking about death, from talking about grief, from talking about losing someone that we love, because it makes us feel uncomfortable, which is obviously true. As you can see, it's not pleasant, and I feel like other people are also very uncomfortable about asking you, so how you dealing with it, what, you know, how is life after losing your mom? And because sometimes words are not enough to express how we feel, and I completely understand that. But at the same time, this is gonna sound, you know, a bit morbid, but death is part of our life. You know, we all gonna go through grief at some point in our life if we haven't experienced it already. And I feel like if we're all more open about it, we can help each other. We can kind of like get together, no matter where we're from, no matter, you know, what our beliefs are, no matter what our religion or background is. We can all bond on this, you know, dramatic experience, which is losing someone that we love. So when I basically told you guys on Instagram what happened, I had so many messages from you telling me your story, telling me, you know, your grieving experience and all of that. And it was very, very helpful. It was, even if it was just a message technically from a stranger, it definitely made me feel less alone, and it made me feel like I'm not the only one going through this, because I'm not. And that's why I think we should be a bit more open about it, and we should, you know, don't shy away from show our vulnerability, because I think there's so much beauty in being vulnerable. After my mom passed away, I just literally get back straight into my usual work routine. I'm the kind of person that I need to keep busy. I know some people will say this is not the right way of dealing with grief, that I should take more time to actually process it, let myself kind of feel all the emotion and all of that. It doesn't quite work for me like that, and at the moment as well, I'm just feeling that the best thing I can do for myself is to keep busy, to keep working hard for what I want, to make all my dreams happen, because also my mom was a very hardworking, driven woman, so she always pushed me to do all the things I wanted to do, to chase all my dreams. Sorry. And yeah, I know she wouldn't want me to kind of like, you know, mope around and feel sorry for myself, but after that, just to make life a bit easier, like 2 weeks after I came back to London, as I said, I just literally get back into my usual routine just to keep myself and my mind busy, I guess. I went to the gym on a Saturday morning, as I normally do, and during my high intensity class I stupidly fell off and I fell backwards. I was jumping on and off a step box, and when I jumped off the step I fell backwards, and I put both of my arms backwards to, I guess, you know, protect my back. I don't know, I guess I was thinking to do it, and I broke both of my arms. So I dislocated and broke the wrist on my right arm, and I also broke my left arm in the elbow. So I literally had a really small, like a micro fracture in the elbow. Oh boy, that was just, yeah, it was, I never felt so sorry for myself apart from that time. So I went to the A&E, obviously, they gave me the diagnosis, they put the right arm in a cast, and this one is now much better, but for the first 2 weeks it was in a sling as well. And for the first 2 weeks I completely lost the use of both of my arms. So I couldn't do anything, literally. I couldn't feed myself, I couldn't go to the toilet, I couldn't shower, I couldn't brush my hair, even like put on my deodorant or like wash my face, even like scratch the back of my head. I couldn't even do this. Now I can, which is a miracle. And I'm so happy, like even like scratching my like this, I couldn't do it because this was so sore, so I couldn't lift it or do anything. So Sam was literally my full-time carer, and the whole experience of not having your arms was life-changing, was grounding, was humbling. It was just a whole different experience altogether. I actually thought after losing my mom, I kind of like, I had this newfound appreciation for my health and for my body, because I was like, you know, she's been through so much, and I'm so grateful, you know, I have a body that functions, that is healthy, that I don't need 24-hour care, that, you know, I can walk, I can run, I can jump, not so much. And so yeah, I had already this really like deep feeling of gratitude for all that my body is doing every single day, 24 hours. And I couldn't think I could appreciate my health and my body more. Well, let me tell you, when you all of a sudden you cannot do the most simplest thing, you are like, wow, my body is freaking amazing. Like, you know, things like lifting a shopping bag or just closing the door or lifting my cat was completely out of the question. I don't know, I kind of like decided that it was not going to defeat me, you know. As I said, I have this resilience, I guess, which I definitely took from my mom, and which I think seeing my mom going through cancer, it kind of like built it up in me even more, because I always think that if she's gone through so much, I can face anything. Sorry. Again. So yeah, I basically decided, you know what? Sod it. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do right now about it. It's happened. It was a stupid fall. So I decided to just, you know, try to keep going and trying to also keep my business going, because without arms, you know, I can't do anything. I can cook, I can photograph, but I'm a self-employed, so I had to, you know, make the show go on, because otherwise I don't get paid. So I'm so lucky that my friend Rebecca, that she's also a food blogger, she helped me so much in the past 3 weeks. So I still managed to kind of like keep going with my work. Also because I didn't want to let clients down, you know, I did have some commitment and I just want to fulfill them. I didn't want to just like, oh sorry, I can't do it. And also, as I said, financially I just can't afford it not to work for a whole, you know, month and a half. So all in all, it was definitely tough. I had my moments of crumbling, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I still remember one day I was adamant. When I had both arms in my sling, I was adamant I was going to take my top off by myself. I didn't want to call Sam. I was just so frustrated with all of this. I was like, you know what, I can do it. So I took off the sling on this arm, the sling on this arm, and I just start trying to pull my top off above my head, and I had this sharp pain in my elbow, and I just literally crumbled on the floor on my knees, and I just cried because I was like, oh, why this is happening to me? I just felt so hopeless, so useless as well. And yeah, it was a roller coaster of emotion in so many ways. And it now gave me, I know I said this again, but I'm now so in sorry, that's not the word. I'm so in amazement of, maybe that's not the word either, of what my body is doing for me every single day. Like my arms, like my bones are getting back together. Like, how amazing is that when you think about it? Like, two bones which are broken, your body is like bonding them again together, and you don't have to do anything. Well, you have to wear a cast, but that's all. So it was, yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm a complete new person from this experience, from losing my mom and from breaking both of my arms very soon after that. I feel like I'm much wiser, if I can say that. I really realized what matters in life and what doesn't. And most of the things we fret about on our daily basis, I promise you, don't matter. They don't mean anything. It also made me learn how incredibly lucky and blessed I am. Even with all the difficulties that I've been going through, I'm so lucky, for example, to have access to free healthcare. In so many countries in the world you don't have that, or in so many countries you don't even have a proper healthcare system. It also gave me a new appreciation for living the life to the fullest, in the sense that you only know you have today. And I know this is very dramatic, but that's all we know. We might be dead tomorrow. Again, sorry, I know this is really morbid, but you really don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. All you have is today. And today, you own to yourself to make the most of all you have, to live a life that makes you happy, to make you fulfilled, to a life that gives you purpose, a life that, you know, makes you feel excited about getting out of bed. And I know this sounds like such a cliche, because I think like every single motivational book will tell you that. We'll be like, live the life, live today like it's the last day on earth. And I know it's, when I was reading this kind of thing, I was like, oh damn it, like just stop it, you know. Today I have to go to the post office, I have to, like, you know, do admin or whatever. Today there's nothing exciting about today. Well, this experience has changed my perspective so much. I honestly appreciate every day so much, and I still have to practice gratitude, so I still have to find things in everyday life that makes me, you know, happy, grateful, content. So yeah, I'm still practicing that. So for example, every day I try to go for a walk in the morning, or try to kind of like find a moment of pure bliss and happiness. And it doesn't have to cost the earth. You don't have to buy a ticket to Maldives to feel that, or to go on a shopping spree, or to, you know, I don't know, go to an expensive restaurant. I just literally walk, look around me, look at the trees, look at the sun, and I try to like breathe in some fresh air, and like trying to kind of like have a little like body check. And even with 2 broken arms, I still have so much of my body functioning properly. I still have a body that walks, that breathes, my heartbeat is still beating, and there is so much to be grateful for that. And regarding kind of like my grieving experience, there is so much I could say, and I think a lot of it I'm still kind of like processing, and I might make another video just dedicated to that. This was just a little bit of an update of what I've been up to, and you know, what I've been feeling, I guess. But grieving for me is definitely an up and down kind of experience. I go through moments where this kind of like really deep sadness come over me and it takes over. Moments where I'm like thinking, you know, if I get married, she's not gonna be there. If I have a baby, she's not gonna be there. So yeah, when I think about all of this, I get emotional, as you can tell. But there are also moments where as I said, I'm trying to practice gratitude, and I'm trying to, oh Jesus, this is gonna be so freaking hard. To also be grateful to the fact that I had a mom in the first place, because some people don't. Some people never get to know their mom, or some people lose their mom really early when they're just like babies or kids, and they basically spend all their life without a mother, and that's heartbreaking. So I'm so grateful that I had my mom in my life, and that she was the best mom I could ask for. So I'm trying to focus on that, and yeah, and when I do that, I definitely feel less sad and feel again this very deep sense of gratitude and blessing. But as you can see, it's something which I'm still processing, it's something which I'm still working through. I think breaking my arms kind of like kept my mind so busy on this. All I want is to heal, to get back to normal, to get back to my usual self, to get back to feeling strong and capable of doing anything, and to be able to be independent again. So I think yes, having this accident definitely kept my mind busy on trying to recover and trying to get better. So just a final update on my arms, because I feel like this video is gonna go on forever. So the cast on the left arm is coming off a week today. So hopefully that will come off a week today. I got an x-ray, but if everything is okay, they should take the cast off, and I might need some physiotherapy for my right wrist. My left arm has improved dramatically in the past 2 weeks, and it's something which it really amazed me to see how quickly my body is recovering. So now I can do so many things. I can stretch my arm up, I can scratch my head, I can, you know, brush my teeth, I can put my top off. I still cannot put a bra on though, that's freaking hard, and I still can't really like lift anything, so like a shopping bag, or I'm trying not to because I don't want to kind of like compromise it. It feels a bit stronger, but there are still some movement which I struggle to do, like, you know, when you push something, when you pull, or when you like squeeze a lemon. I know this is so weird, but it hurts when I do that. So I still don't feel 100% recovered in my left arm, but hopefully it's just a matter of time, and I will keep you guys posted as always. Yeah, I just want to thank thank you for sticking around. Thank you for everyone that hasn't subscribed, although you haven't had much content from me on YouTube in the past month or so. You can find quite few new recipe on my blog and on Instagram, so I will leave the link down below if you want to check them out. But I am planning to come back to YouTube. I'm planning to go back to my usual routine. As I said, I don't want this experience to defeat me and to, you know, push me back. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing because I'm so passionate about it, and I definitely have a new sense of making the most of every day, and, you know, trying to live my life with much purpose as I can. So I do have big plans for next month or so, but I'm also trying to enjoy the present moment and trying to enjoy every day. So, you know, even just being at home with my cats and just enjoying the English summer. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and sorry if this was a bit boring, but I felt like I had to kind of like give you a bit of an update before I start making some new videos. And if you haven't subscribed already, it would mean the world to me. It's the best way to support me on this platform. And I guess I will see you again very, very soon. Thank you so much for listening to me, by the way. See you soon. Bye.